This is the Kleber. Yep, that's right, the Kleber Bureau project is complete, and I have the ship now, and it's very exciting. The ship is a legendary tier French destroyer with powerful torpedoes and guns that feature a reload booster. But like many other French destroyers, it does not have smoke. So how does the Kleber stack up against the other legendary tier destroyers in the game? Let's take a look at the setup of the ship and the commander, who is Louis Vallette. His base trait is I Disappear, reduces the duration of increased detectability of your destroyer after firing the main guns, and this is kind of important with no smoke. As for inspirations, I have Eric Bay, Shifty, increases the concealment of your destroyer, and then I have Dang Shishang, Quantum of Solace, increases the damage of your torpedoes and improves your destroyer's concealment. So the concealment that is improved is about the same as Swirsky, so this is pretty close to your double concealment inspiration setup here. As for skills, the first skill is Contact is Eminent, increases the travel speed of your torpedoes. Second skill is Look at Me Now, increases the ship concealment rating. Third skill is Back in Stock, reduces the torpedo launcher reload time. The fourth skill is Smoke on the Water, increases the smoke screen deployment time as well as its dispersion time. And then for the legendary skill, I've selected Unstoppable. It will reduce the engine repair time and gains reduced mobility with a disabled engine and or rudder. And in damage control party, reload time is improved by 50%. The range to the enemy ship to activate the special effect is 4.5 kilometers. When I upgrade to legendary rank 3, that range will be increased to 6 kilometers. Okay, let's take a look at the upgrades for the Kleber. First upgrade is Aiming Systems Mod 1. Dispersion of the main battery is improved by 7%. Torpedo launcher traverse speed is improved by 20%, and a secondary battery firing range as well as its dispersion is improved by 5% respectively. The second upgrade is Steering Gears Mod 2. Rudder shift time is improved by 20%. Third upgrade is Concealment System Mod 1. Detectability range is improved by 10%, and the incoming fire dispersion is improved by 5%. And for the fourth upgrade, I have Gunfire Control System Mod 2. Range of the main guns is improved by 5%. Okay, let's take a look at the loadout. You have your normal ammunition of high explosive shells, armor piercing shells, and torpedoes, which we'll get to in a second. As far as the consumables, we have the damage control party consumable. Duration is 5 seconds and the reload time is 40 seconds, and there's an unlimited number of consumables. And then we have the main battery reload booster, which will temporarily accelerate the reload speed of the main battery guns by 50%. Consumable duration is 15 seconds with a reload time of 150 seconds. Then we have the engine boost consumable, which will temporarily increase the maximum speed of the ship based on the ship parameters without bonuses. Maximum speed is improved by 20%, consumable duration is 120 seconds, and the reload time is 180 seconds. There are 2 of those consumables, and I think that maximum speed increase is a little bit higher than your normal engine boost. And I'm not running any boosters at the moment, but during battle I may have some boosters loaded. As far as the camouflage, the ship comes with a standard type premium permanent camouflage. Sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. And let's take a look at the stats. The hit points is 21,900. Armor is 10 to 20 millimeter. You don't want to get hit. Let's check out the artillery. Firing range is pretty good at 11.6 kilometers with a reload time of 7 seconds. So when the booster is active, that will be cut in half and it will run for 15 seconds. So you can get several salvos off while the reload booster is running. The traverse speed of the main guns is 18 seconds. And the shell damage, whether it's HE or AP, is right around 2,000 with a 10% chance of setting fire for the HE shells. As far as the torpedoes, you have 4 launchers with 3 torpedoes each. So it's 12 torpedoes you can get in the water if you can maneuver and make that happen. Reload time is 72.4 seconds. Maximum damage is 18,897 with a torpedo range of 6 kilometers. And the speed is a whopping 79 knots. That is pretty good. Here are your AA defenses. Maneuverability is 44 knots. Turning circle radius is 740 meters, which is sort of not the best. Rudder shift time is 3.8 seconds, which is okay. Concealment is rated at 99. It's 5.2 kilometers. Range by sea. Detectability range by air is 2.9 kilometers. So let's check out the armor. And here, like I said, you don't want to get hit. There's a lot of blue and green armor there. Let's look at the overview. Barrage can be equipped with the main battery reload booster, and that is awesome. Big guns. Ship is armed with high caliber main battery guns, so we'll be looking for some citadels against cruisers while we're out in the match. Guns aplenty. A high number of guns allow for a lot of damage from a single salvo. That is awesome. The Kleber was developed in the early days of World War II. This large destroyer constituted a further development of the Matador class. The main distinctive features of these new ships were the different combination of artillery guns and more powerful AA defenses. What's interesting that there's nothing mentioned here about the torpedoes, but okay. The year of design was 1940 and there were no ships in the series. Well, that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Arena Season 8 is raging right now, so let's go out in the arena and see if we can get some highlights. Right, we're in the arena and we're in neighbors. Okay, so 4 minutes in, not much is going on in the match. We did get 2 health boosters already, and here you can see that the capture flag A is almost completely captured, and nothing else really matters if we don't get in here and stop that. But here you see the red Shimikaze did stop the fuchsia team, and the flag is now contested. So I'm going to come around here on the edge of A. There you see my teammate in the battleship over there. He's converging on A as well. So we're both going in there, and it kind of looks like that Shimikaze is gone. I'm not really sure what happened to the Shimikaze. It looks like it's still on the board though. So you see a red destroyer, so that is a Shimikaze. So maybe he's gone behind the island already. And here you see we got in here with 9 seconds to spare, so that is some lucky sailing right there. And it looked like the Shimikaze was over on the edge, right to my left over there. And here you can see is the fuchsia Yamato, 12 kilometers away out of my torpedo range. But I am going to close in over on this area and try to shelter myself from the Shimikaze over there. And I'm going to try to use this island here as protection. There's the fuchsia team Shimikaze, and since I have 12 torpedoes, I'm just going to blanket this area with torpedoes. So I shot the first 2 launcher tubes worth of torpedoes over there. You can see the 6 torpedoes going. Now I'm swinging around, and I plan to get the other 6 over there as soon as I can get sort of in position. And here there's 9 torpedoes going at the moment, and I am holding on to the last launcher. I'm using that for emergency purposes because you just never know when it could come in handy. And there's this Alaska, the Fuchsia Team Alaska. So the entire Fuchsia team is over there. And there's a Shimikaze. His engine is damaged. He's conked out. And he could have used the legendary skill Unstoppable. For all the destroyer commanders that I always use to prevent this, because he is just sort of dead in the water and I am just hammering this guy. I've activated my reload booster and he is going to be gone in a little bit. So it takes a little bit, a few more shots than I expected. And it seems like the armor-piercing shells here are not really all that effective. So I'm not really sure about what it said in the overview, but destroyed the Shimikaze in any event. Maybe I was getting a bunch of overpens and didn't realize it. But now we are capturing the flag. So that Grosser Kufurst looks like he's way out of position and is in no danger of getting here within 2 minutes. So hopefully we can just stay right here and continue to capture a flag. We've got less than 2 minutes to go. Capture the base, I guess, not the flag. So we're down to 1 minute and 47 seconds right now. And there's this Alaska coming around the corner there, and I do know that he has radar, so that is the thing that really spoils great concealment in the legendary and tier 7 destroyers is the radar. Hopefully he's out of the radar consumables at this point. There is the Fuchsia Team Yamato, and he is very close to my torpedo range of 6 kilometers. So I'm going to swing around here and target that guy. And I'm just going to see if he can close in right here. I don't really want to leave the circle. And I'm slowly swinging around, making sure to not leave the perimeter of A. So now I'm 6.8 kilometers away from the Yamato. The plan is to try to slowly close in and get some torpedo shots on him. At 19,000 hit points of damage per torpedo, you can really rack up some torpedo damage really quick. I did take a shot at 6.5 kilometers out, even though the indicator said it was out of range, hoping that the Yamato would close in between the time that I fired the torpedo and the torpedo intercepts him. So here I am closing up to 6 kilometers. Now I'm being spotted. I assume it's by destroyer over here. Yes, the Shimikaze. And he went behind the island. He didn't want to get into it with me, I guess. But we're going to swing around, and there is the Shimikaze's torpedoes. That's why I hid behind the island instead of pursuing the Shimikaze. I didn't want to fall for that. So here you see these torpedoes. Even though when I fired, they were out of range, the range did close pretty rapidly at these 79 knot torpedoes. So here I'm taking the other 2 racks of torpedoes, all 6 torpedoes going at the Yamato, and the Shimikaze is swung around the island already, so that ship is pretty fast. And we'll see if we get some more torpedo hits on that Yamato. 3 more torpedo hits, 3 floodings, 5 torpedo hits, and 4 floodings. And we're up to 98,000 damage already, 99,000, over 100. And that Yamato is not going to be around much longer. Here he gets taken out by main gun hit, assisted by the floodings, I'm sure. And I'm just going to go and hide behind this island here as long as we are capturing the base. And so there is an orange battleship and a fuchsia cruiser and destroyer versus myself and my teammate cruiser. I guess it's in Alaska. He took out in Alaska on the fuchsia team. So it's looking up for the blue team at the moment. We're less than 2 minutes away from capturing A. So I'm backing up. You don't really want to do this all the time. You got to be careful what ship you're in. If you try this on the Minotaur, you'll get wiped out because it doesn't have a really good reverse gear. But in this ship, reverse is okay. We're down to 1.5 minutes and counting. I don't really see the fuchsia team destroyer. I'm assuming it was behind the smoke, but I'm sitting in an area here where I can try to target my torpedoes on each side of the island. So we're down to 1 minute and 10 seconds. So we're 67 seconds away from winning the match. 104,000 damage. There's a Shimikaze right there, but he is outside the circle, so I have no reason to go after the Shimikaze really. So I'm just going to stay here and hope to capture the area and win the game. This would be a big win in the arena. Down to 38 seconds, 37 seconds. Now I'm being spotted, and there's the Grosser Kufurst that I wasn't worried about earlier in the match. So I'm going to launch all my torpedo tubes, as many torpedo tubes as I can, and get out of here. I hit the speed boost to try to help my acceleration a little bit. And there are 6 torpedoes going at the Grosser Kufurst. He does damage my engine. I do get 1 torpedo hit and a flooding. And I'm going to swing around here and see if I can get him with 2 more launcher tubes worth of torpedoes. So 2 more torpedo hits and 6 more torpedoes going at the Grosser Kufurst. So those torpedoes look like they are on target. We get 3 torpedo hits, 3 floodings, and a 3rd destroyed ship. So we destroyed a Shimikaze, a Yamato, and a Grosser Kufurst. So the Kleber, even though it doesn't have smoke, is really a potent destroyer if you have the right situation, and maybe if you play it good too. So I took some torpedo shots in case he has any inclination to go in to try to capture the base to stop the count. I'm hoping that he'll trip into one of those torpedoes. 191,000 damage. And it's looking like we may win this match. So there I took another torpedo shot just on general principles. I probably shouldn't have come out here because he probably, if he sees me, he will reset me, and that will definitely not be good. So it is 1 or 2 seconds left though. The match is over with. We got a big time victory in the arena in the Kleber. All right, we're in the top 10% of players. That was a good match. Let's see how we did. 536,000 credits, 191,000 total damage, 39 target hits. Well, you know, I thought that I wasn't getting that much damage from those target hits. I was using armor piercing only, and maybe that was why. 13 torpedo hits, 3 destroyed ships, 10 floodings. That is awesome. So these torpedoes really do have a great potential for damage. So 16,000 XP. I was running a full load of boosters there. 4,030 global XP and 22,000 plus Commander XP. So let's see how we did on the team result. I expect a pretty good place in the team result. But what do you know? My teammate in Alaska also had 3 destroyed ships and a better game. That is awesome. It is a great team win there. Let's see how we did on the economy tab. By the time it was all said and done, we had 378,000 credits. Well, that's it for the Kleber. You shouldn't let the lack of smoke discourage you. It can be a great ship with great damage depending on the circumstances and the way that you play it. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.
Engine boost deactivated.